Hi, I'm Shantanu Tungare and I work as the head of content for Sri Adhikari Brothers. I handle the content commissioning and content creation for Happify. I also handle the overall creatives of the channel. And my job involves finding the right content for the target audience whom we are looking at. Our target is tier 2 and tier 3 cities. The perfect distinction of what content can be is something which is very important in this in the role which I am in right now. So I started off working with a company called as Marriott, and I worked in the human resources department. That is the time when I made this one video on the employees behind the screen. So that's the time I realized that there is something in me that I might get into media. I took a break after that, and that's the time when I actually got into a company called as M-Tunes. I worked as a promos coordinator. My first creative job was actually getting into Turner. I used to handle Cartoon Network Pogo for India and Pakistan. My job also involved making promos for Warner Brothers. I was a producer with Star, and once that transition happened, and that time I used to observe a lot of people around. I used to come back and I used to think that what if there is a series like that. I wrote a concept in the first place. Then I wrote an entire story, and it was extremely complex and bizarre. So I thought that nobody would do that. So I decided to not pitch it anywhere. But thankfully somebody, one of the programming team members, she really liked it, and she had left the job at that time, and then I explained the concept to her, and she was about to join Array, and that's the time when she took my concept there. And that concept was made, and I was really happy because it is a very different name, official Chukyagiri. Of course, it's everybody knows what I want to say. My major job is to listen to new concept and find differentiated content in the entire market space. Apart from that, my job also involves in giving the channel the right formatting, meaning how the channel would look in terms of its creatives. Now, Happify is a part of Sri Adhikari Brothers, so you have to have a certain amount of connection to the mother company, which is subgroup. Hearing a lot of pitches from production houses, many people are pitching different kind of web series, as Happify is predominantly a comedy channel. So we don't look at any other pitches apart from that. I do get a lot of amazing content, of which we have managed to produce 4 shows. In the 4 shows, we have managed to take YouTube stars like Bhuvan Bam, and there are stars like Nirav, who's from UP. There are stars like Ketan Singh with a very John Oliver format kind of a show. And we have the only animated web series called as Rat Race. When I generally look at any other content or anybody pitching, there needs to be a certain differentiator. Now, when I say differentiator, it means it can either be a different format altogether, or it can always have a different or a new concept. If at all there is a decent enough concept which is trending enough. So we generally team them up with a social media influencer so that people who relate to him also flock into our channel. Our strategies have generally worked with giving us more than 2 lakh subscribers in 80 days with Bhuvan Bam's Bro Code. My mother got exposed to digital media, so she came up to me with an idea that let's make a video out of it. I can make an art piece which you can shoot how it's done and everything, and those videos are really viral on digital media. I shot my mom on she still has that iPhone 5C. We shot it on the dining table. It was not like even a DIY kind of a setup. But she made a really beautiful artwork made from newspapers. Now, it looked very complicated, but she showed the entire process so easy that video started getting viral. I had been doing a lot of digital media content for a long time, and when something starts to go viral, you just get a hint. When you start feeling that, like a lot of people are paying attention to you, and the same thing happened with my mom's video. She got 1,000 subscribers in just one video. Many people talk about making your content right, and budget and everything comes later, but nobody understands the fundamental. Like, that is the time when I also understood the fundamental, that the artwork was really nice. So the way we shot it or how I shot it, it makes no sense. There's a big hoopla as to what science of digital media can be, who goes viral, what happens. There are people who are teaching digital media. There are people who are teaching how to do digital media marketing and everything, but None of them are talking about the fundamentals which come out of a digital media kind of a setup. If you learn about theatre, you will understand that theatre is a very performance oriented art. You have to perform at that exact moment, and if you don't perform at that moment, the audience would not react to you. Digital media is exactly like that. It's just you make the content, you put it out, and you always watch the comments and everything. People are reacting to you as soon as you put out content. No other platform gives you that leeway.